What is up, YouTubers? This is your boy Scartoon, and I'm here today to bring you another Bleach Brave Souls video. I'm going to be doing the 6-star 100% character analysis on none other than Buntai Juni no Motofuku Teicho, Saragaki Hiyori. That's right, I'm going to be doing the 6-star analysis on the former lieutenant of Squad 12, Kisuke's personal lieutenant, Hiyori Saragaki. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into this bad girl. Alright, so looking at her stats, they look crappy. Just one glance at them and I'm just turned off. But let's get into this. Okay, so stamina, 721. That's not even high. It's fairly average for a 5-star, so whatever. Next, 469 attack. That's unacceptable. That's all I have to say about that. For a 6-star, no. K-Lab, do something about this. What are you doing? Alright, defense, 304. This is very much on the high side of things, and I don't know. I don't plan to really get hit, so I don't really care about it all that much. Focus, 268. It's above average, but not that great, so whatever. And lastly, SP is 469. Really? Like, you have nothing going for you? Whatever. Alright, she is a normal attack damage user, which is fantastic for PvP and PvE alike. Some of the best links right there. But let's get into her soul tree and see if she has anything redeemable there to scrape up from. Alright, so looking at her soul tree, she has 6 attainable upgrades, none of which block her path for full completion to 150. Alright, all you have to do is augment her with, as many characters as you can, and then level her up with the appropriate jewels, and that would be green jewels. I don't even know how, because her stamina is not that high up there. Either way, from top to bottom, left to right, we're gonna go over these. Sprinter, once again, very standard, and it's always the first one. Next, Havoc, increases AoE of strong attacks. That's what's up. Next, Adrenaline, increases normal attack speed. That is always a plus. Next, Bruiser, increases normal attack damage. Okay. Next, Long Reach, increases the normal attack area of effect. And lastly, Frenzy, increases strong attack hits. So we're now going to be doing double strong attacks. Wow. So she looks exactly like Purple Shinji. That's amazing that her soul trees are exactly the same. Almost like K-Lab said lazily, just throw the same thing Shinji had on her. She'll be fine. She'll be good. Alright, so. I don't know. Is she going to produce that same amount of damage Shinji did? Her attack is significantly lower than his, but we're just going to have to test her out and find out if she's worth the jewels. So without further ado, guys, please enjoy the clips. Running a NAD build. NAD build, Hachigen raid. Let's get it poppin'. Well, alright. So, first thing, since we're testing out a NAD build, is to test out that string, which is fairly easy. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's get it closer. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, that has really good wide range. I mean, look at that range that she has. Wow. Alright, so she's looking promising for NAD, even with that. Okay, now I likes this. She can have 80% augmentation to normal attacks, and she actually produces a fairly decent amount of damage. My only fear is that this particular... No, okay. She did white damage, so yeah. Well, she's critting a lot. It's very strange that she's actually able to crit that much. Alright, so let's see her strong attacks with the Chappie on. They're not doing that much damage, that's for sure. Her strong attacks are not. They're producing somewhere around a K of damage on the reg, which is... Wait, no, they're producing 2K damage. That's actually the same with her normal attacks. Her normal attacks produce 2K, her strong attacks produce 2K. That's pretty interesting and fairly decent to note. Yep. Save this one. That's actually not bad. With 0 SP, she's able to produce 2k, and her normal attacks are producing 20 to 25. That's actually not bad. Yeah, that build actually pretty decent with her. A sad build. Sad build, Hachigen raid, full boosties. Let's get it poppin'. Well, alright. So, let's test out the cooldown times with the sad build. First, 8 seconds. Second, 16. And last, 24 seconds. So, intervals of 8 as usual. Alright, so without further ado, let's just get into these. I like it. That was literally almost 5k damage right there on that one strong, and it just leaves the mobs ready to die easy. And it's kind of like they switch places, because you cut your nad in half. Like, she's doing at least somewhere around a k when she crits, which is pretty awesome. You know, for 300 defense, she took that damage pretty well. All right, yeah, so she still does decent nad damage, but at the same time, them strong attacks though, look at this. Wow, okay, so she can do 6 to 8k hits there. She's very close to 10k. I'm assuming with 50% SP, you could possibly augment her strong attack damage to, probably catch that 10k if you want it. This is actually fairly decent for this particular character, since, she's a raid character and she's got a lot to compete with. Especially with Ichigo, who, I think he just has like a little bit more strong attack damage than her for sure. Because with way less resources, he makes things happen. So yeah, I think this guy, this chick is actually really good with her frenzy. If you capitalize on the frenzy, she can actually take out mobs fairly quickly. The only, stink part is, I mean, she's not the best red, but she's pretty good. Sad build, yeah. Running a SAR build. Hachigen raid, full Boosterinos. Let's get it poppin'. Alright, so first things first, we're gonna be testing out these recharge times because we're using a SAR build. So first strong attack, 5 seconds, second 10 seconds, and last 16 seconds. Well, it's like 6, 11, and yeah, those are the seconds. Alright, without further ado, let's just get into using this SAR build and seeing how well it works. We already know that her normal attacks can do somewhere around 1,000, and her strong attacks follow at the same pace, 2,000. So yeah, she's pretty much doing 1,000 hits, and 2,000 for two. Yeah, it's like 2 to 4,000, somewhere around there. For the first one, yeah, her strong attacks, only the third one actually produces the most potent damage. But yeah, she's good. Her attack string is hard to complete, but not like I haven't. But yeah, if I had to give her a score on this one, I'd say this one kind of stinks. I don't like this build with her. It's just like, oh my god, it just takes too long, and she's really not going to provide a degree of control outside of just, timing mobs correctly, which is your normal baser instinct when it comes down to using strong attacks like this. That are really close range. They remind me of Aizen's, OG Aizen's strong attacks, where he just literally does a variation of different slashes, and they're nothing flashy or, I don't got a problem with non-flashy moves. It's just, sometimes, man, when you use a SAR build and this happens, this is not good. This is, especially when you're dealing with these guys, these, non-guard breakable kind of guys. It's really annoying, so yeah, SAR build, I guess. Gets the weakest score. Okay. And we testing out for special no Tenshinti. Alright, so it didn't do anything special, as I suspected. Well, there you have it. That's my 6-star 100% character analysis on Hiyori. In the end, you find out that a NAD build is the top score, SAD is somewhere near there, and a SAR build falls below. Okay, and the breakdown for this is fairly simple. Her normal attack damage is pretty high up there because she can, increase it upwards 85% if you have a Shunsui. And that is, that's a serious number there. It's very close to that 90-100 mark. So you kind of want to capitalize on her normal attacks, and her strong attacks actually mimic what her normal attack string is. So they actually work really good in conjunction with each other, except the strong attacks allow you to mitigate damage. And even with 0 spiritual pressure and increasing her attack upwards of 80%, she was capable of producing somewhere around 2k damage per strong attack, and that's not bad. So the Nad build gets the higher score. The Sad build doesn't fall too far under, and it's pretty good because if you capitalize on her strong attacks, she's actually going to be producing anywhere from 4 to 8k damage, and that's fairly close to 10k damage for only having 30% SP increase. So that's actually really decent, and it was very surprising for me that she would be able to do that much damage. So yeah, she has really good points going for her. Now Sar build falls all the way at the end, and it's simply because it just doesn't produce enough damage. If you do not make her strong attacks or her normal attacks the focal point of your whole build, she just completely falls apart. Okay, a SAR build, there's control there if you're playing safely, but it will make completing raids completely tedious. You're not going to want to sit there and kind of, maneuver this playstyle around like weak hits after weak hits. So your best bet is to capitalize on one or the other, mainly normal attacks because she can increase it far more than her strong attacks. That's just how I feel about it. You could go either or with this character. That being said, I'm gonna give her a C rating. Okay, and a C rating. She just did make the B cut, probably a C plus rating. Yeah, that's what I'll say. I'll give her. And the reason for that is fairly simple. She's a red character, so with red characters, she has a lot of people to compete against, and she is not one that I can say will shine above the rest. Yes, the frenzy is very good, but her low stat count just is unacceptable. Okay, it doesn't make her viable for PvP, and for the most part, I don't think that you'd be piling on a lot of stuff on this particular character when there's other reds that are better, and a lot of people probably have them in their possession. Okay, she's just not top red material. Okay, the reds have a different standard, and she just doesn't fit it. So she gets a C plus rating. If you do not have any red characters, I would recommend that you level her up if you need it for like green raids. She can complete green raids, and make them easy for you. And I don't find her mechanics or move scheme too wonky to say, don't level her up. She's actually a pretty decent character. But competing against all the other reds, she has to get that rating, and that's just something you have to understand, especially seeing that she's at a disadvantage with blues. Blue characters and blue raids, and that low stat count, no good. Just not a lot of things going for her. So that's the problem. But if you do already have a red character, then I recommend you just leave this character as a NAD link and call it a day, because there's a lot more characters that have a lot more interesting features and capabilities. But that's my analysis. You're always welcome to make up your own opinions on this matter, because that's what this is about, people. Either way, that's my video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. As always, I'll be bringing you more Bleach Brave Souls content throughout the week. I'm your boy Scartoon, and I am signing out of here.
Dude, chill. Productions.